So I want to make a a watcher that just launches the app and restarts it if I rebuild it. So it's easier for me to just iterate on code. Static. Watch. And let's put this background. No, that's not what I want. I just want to launch the app. Actually, I mean this, right? I can just get this scripts. Sure. What does the watcher look like? Need this and keep alive. CMD is gonna be. I think actually it may not like parameters. So let's just do run sh. Gonna move everything over. Gonna watch for changes in this binary file. Need this. I need. I need actually this. Does it start? Let's try it. So need to ignore everything actually. You can watch one file. Scripts watcher. Start. See, I need to do start CMD. No such file. Huh? Scripts. Is up? No. Okay, it's up. That's cool. So it's up now, and if I add my watcher, watch, so it starts the watcher, and now if I edit a file, let's say, not a file. Let me add a new handler here. So cmd internal let's just add the same handler here. So okay, so it doesn't reuse. What is this reuse thing? I need to figure out Golang HTTP reuse port. So it's somehow, why is this such a weird? Listen and serve. Let's see. I think like there has to be something special about port reuse when you're killing ports. HTTP port reuse. Because what happened here is basically the app got killed and restarted quickly, so it couldn't use the same port number because our operating system blocked me essentially. Has to be. Do you have to get an underlying socket for this to work? But there's some kind of listen and serve. Let's see index. What do we have here? So we have Listen and serve is like a default handler, default server. So we have, has to be a mux somewhere, serve mux. So this is the serve mux and server. Listen and serve. Register on shutdown. Is this like keep alive enabled shutdown? Close. What does close do? Got listeners. Yeah, it is exactly how it should be. Listen, and so if we allocate our server ourselves, I wonder if it's gonna be easier. Server mux server. Server listener. HTTP serve. So we can provide our own listener. So yeah, it's too much work. Shut down. Example. Server, video listener and serve. Shut down. Listen and serve. Does it have any like? What are the handlers? It's very like low level, I think. Handler. What handler? You just assign this thing. That's how you do it, like this. Yeah. Listen and serve. This is gonna work. Kind of curious. Make start. Oh, we got the address. Address is. What is the parameter here? ADDR. What else is here? Read time, write time, max, connection, state, error log, base, context. Oh, that's nice actually. I can hook into context. So this should be equivalent of what I had before, right? Yes, yeah, so it's equivalent. I messed up the static files. Not found. Why is it not found? I'm curious. Huh, interesting. This should be in here. Be new app. Static is definitely mounted. It's probably the configs that I've messed up, I think. So scripts run. Spelled something. I see. Project. This. That's good. Okay. What did I do? What did I do? So let's see if it's gonna. It shouldn't actually work still. Because yeah, it's already in use. So how do okay now I have access to this server in here? Do I ever actually main 36? So definitely I get the panic here, so it catches the kill signal. It's something that I can close. We do close. I'm curious if it's actually if it's gonna let me bind correctly. So it's still in use. Wait a second. Is it in use? Not running. Okay. Starting. So it rebuilds the app. And then it starts back up. It says, okay, this is in use. It dies. It restarts again somehow. But it's so strange. Is this really? Is there? So there's only one process that's running this, right? Yes, it somehow boots up, but I don't understand. Maybe it's because I have keep alive flag, so it keeps restarting. Maybe that's why. Is this possible? Yeah, okay. We could do shutdown actually. Shut down. The shutdown returns Shuts down the server without interrupting any active. Well, doesn't really matter because I'm already being killed by SIGTERM or whatever signal is being sent. For shutdown to return. So I'm kind of curious how it works. So that sticker just waits here for something for it done. I'm curious how it works if I call shutdown here. So we do shutdown context background. Context timeout with timeout. And let's do time second times. Let's get like 5 seconds to terminate. Terminate context with timeout. What do you mean too many arguments? CX cancel. That's outputs. So let's see. Let's see. Restart it. Oh, this one looked like it exited nicely. No, did it exit nicely? Yeah, this is nice. I don't need actually this thing. I know I have it. Do I need it? Let's see. If I kill because what's happening is the app. What is happening here? So the script gets terminated. Okay, what happens if I just get rid of this trap here? Okay. Okay. Does it actually kill? So when I control C, it doesn't kill it, right? Yeah, when I control C, it doesn't kill. I think I'm just gonna I'll leave a trap in here, and I'm just gonna pipe this to dev null, so don't have this noise. Why is it trying to kill me? I'm confused what's going on here. So cleaning up. And there's no, why does it get called immediately? Yeah, let's just do 2 and 1. This is how you do it. Man, okay. Shall we provide std std? I keep forgetting what is the correct procedure. This is what that confuses me. It's like this. Something like this, and 2 goes to like this. Is this correct? Make start. It's not gonna look clean. Yeah, it's something like, I think because of a keep alive, it probably reboots multiple times. But anyway, it seems to work, right? Maybe it was working. What is this? Nothing's running. Okay. Okay. So if I remove this handler now. Let's remove this handler. So something is not working correctly here. Yeah, this stupid port. Golang. Server reuse. It's really annoying. Am I muted? No, I'm not muted. Mm. No, I don't want any of this nonsense. How do I get to, there's this thing called SO reuse. Golang SO reuse address report. Reuse port. HTTP server. It's getting really hot in here. really hot. I want to make sure that reuse works correctly. So how do other people do it? Reuse port. No, I don't want this library. HTTP server, and then what they do here. Yeah, they create their own listener. That's what it is. It has to be very simple. Set one syscall. Yeah, exactly. It's a syscall. Syscall to what is this? New reusable port listener. What is syscall? What is it doing here? Max listener backlog. Don't need any of this stuff here. There literally has to be like one call somewhere when you initialize the socket. Can I get a socket from the server? I should be able to get it from the server. Serv connection state. Callback function method is called when a client connection changes state. Okay. Connection context. How do I get? Is it possible for me to get serve? Drop in replacement for listen and serve. Listen and serve handler. No, what the hell is this? There's some weird stuff here. We should do that. I wonder if it's available in here. What is this? Did we talk about it? Socket flags. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it has to be something like this. If I have, if I have, if I get access to the socket that's being used, I mean, I could just do my own socket, right? My own listener. So what is this? Listen. Not listen, so just listen. Where is listen? Oh, what the hell? Am I like blind here? I guess I've served does listener and provide handler. So how does listener work? Let's see, example. You just listen like this. Let's see if it works. Initialize new app. Port. Net. Manager. TCP. It's gonna be address. Here we just want to give listener and what is this? This is what all there is. Oh yeah, okay, so it's bound to and defer this listener close. So we're gonna close, and in here, what I want to do is I want to configure this listener. Wait, where is the what is a listener? Oh, it's an interface. I get TCP listener. So it's gonna be okay, and TCP listener. So where's my socket? Don't tell me that we don't have. Yeah, this is what I need. I need syscall connection. Connection. What is this? Okay, it's a function. New raw listener. This is raw connection. And why is it so fucking complicated here? How is this? Show me a playground. So this is using socket from where? I need to get like underlying socket. Where's underlying socket? Like CPU listener. Oh, why it's so slow? I think it's just file problem. TCP listener FD is private. So what do we have here? Syscall connection returns a raw network connection. Doesn't mean it's okay, except no, I don't need any disclosed address. File. A copy of underlying OS file. It is a how do I get a socket? New raw listener. This is FD that I need. With new raw listener. Raw listener. This is a raw listener. Some kind of thing. I don't read right. I get it. I'm spending way too much time on this. This is just kind of like me derailing because I got annoyed by my app restart behavior. Listen, so I have listener. Okay, listener. What is this useless thing? Useless internet. Other than using files, there's a in most cases we call connection file and set them at those few knowing cases where the option must be set on this socket before listening or dialing are impossible to handle if the data is a net package. Please tell me I'm wrong. So let's see if they have any suggestions here. Does not handle setting SO to user any other options before a dial or a listen. Oh, this is like so complicated. This is how you do it. This is just so much work. Fuck it, I think this is just too complex for. I'm just gonna restart this thing for now. Maybe I'm gonna address it later. Because this is just taking too much of my time. Yeah, it's just taking up too much of my time. So let's get rid of this and this. Listen and serve. Let's just do it like this. Okay, so this got rebuilt. Yeah, this water thing is not working the way I want it to work. Somehow it doesn't. I think it kills, but it doesn't. Can't boot up because of a stupid socket reuse issue. It's kind of annoying. Right. This works if I edit. I think I'm just gonna run without a watcher for now. Because it doesn't work anyway. What is this? Did this. Just run it. Okay. Okay. There's only one app running. Does it still kill correctly? Okay. Cool. Well, that was a what are all these changes that I made since yesterday? Okay, so it's just boots. Did I forget the init files? Setup watcher. Okay. So let's implement this guy. This page. Is anyone in the chat? Probably bots. Again, bots. What is this? So let's look at what we have here. So we have this logic, which I'm not a big fan of. This behaves funny. What's going on here? So there's my computer crashes, but I don't know why. But there's some errors when it was loading. Shouldn't be any errors. Maybe it didn't handle correctly. Oh yeah, these are drop downs and they're just blank. Yeah, they are just blank. Let's your DP interface. kind of want to implement the database layer yet, but I should step out some methods for accessing data and just like provide fixtures in memory, so I can just develop this UI, and then I'm just gonna plug in the my Postgres or MySQL backend. What's the best way to do this? DB. So I have this queries. I should define the models interface. I think that's necessary for me. Should I call this called DB here? So queries. Yeah, and let's make a memory, and let's make an interface which is type models interface. Yeah, so this should be like a SQL actually. SQL backend DB. Oh. I'm gonna implement later, because I might change the interaction. So I just kind of want to implement the interactions and then decide on the right schema. Okay. So DB, let's move this guy. Pretty much everything. Let's move everything here. The SQL, because this is going to be SQL specific implementation. And models, logging queries. We'll have all the queries in here. Okay. So we have this. Now we have let's move objective. Yeah, let's move objective to SQL. Okay, now let's just decide define simple, I guess, like plain old objects for storing data. So we're gonna need user. It's gonna be ID, name, email, ID, name, email. I guess I can add email later. What I do is chat here. Goddamn chat. Get all active users, and we're gonna define our queries, context, and they can return a bunch of users or some kind of error. Get all active users. So what else do we need? So this will give me activity is gonna allow me to power these drop downs. I need to do teams also. Get all teams. Get all teams. Let's context. Team error. Team. I guess I have our team. Then what do we need? We need there's a define objective for now. And objective is gonna be just keep it simple for now. We can extend those all these fields later on. That's what I have. Let's see, get all. Once we get all objectives. So I have 3 methods to work with, and let's implement memory. Just new, and we can return queries and type memory. This is memory store. Let's call memory store. So that script. So it's not gonna let me create it because it doesn't implement surprised that it's saying, is this actually being rebuilt? Did I actually rebuild? It shouldn't allow me because I am not implementing the interface. Something is wrong here. These damn watchers. Watch. Build app. Does build app. Scripts build app. Wait, what? What does build app do? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. So it builds because I'm not using it anymore. That's why. Okay, so so what we want to do here, we want to implement some of these methods now. So let's do user go, for example, is the user, and models. Get all users. And this one returns models user or error. Cool. So user team get all themes. Okay, CP objectives. Objective, that's the objective. Okay, so I have objective. So now it should work now, right? Oops. What is this? Get all, oh, it's called active users. Get all active users. Yes, and I fields again. So we have a memory store. What we want to do is inject it into the request context, because this is going to be very specific. So it's I don't want to make it this interface here. This interface, I don't want to make it aware of like accounts, like which organization you belong to. So as you like, when you sign up for a simple QR, you will be assigned some kind of organization ID, right? So I don't want to require you to pass in these IDs. Anytime you instantiate queries, they should be already bound to correct organization ID, and then just simplifies querying for you. So from a kind of application standpoint, you don't need to think about it at all. So that's, yeah, I think that's how I'm gonna do it. So for something like this work, you need actually have a middleware that provides what's called pre-configured queries interface. So it should be pre-configured. How am I gonna handle? How am I gonna? Yeah, that's how it should be. I think so. Yes, that's how we're gonna do. That's how we're gonna do it. So let's write a middleware so I can pass in the queries into the handlers. middlewares. So let's create a folder called middlewares, and let's call this queries. New queries middleware, and this is going to be it's going to take organization ID as a string and can return something. It's probably going to be some kind of HTTP thing. So let's see how middlewares look like in G framework. Golang G. You must have some middleware example. Middleware. So with middlewares, use middleware. What's the difference here? Adds inline middlewares for depends one or more middlewares onto the router stack. Okay. With adds inline middlewares for an endpoint handler. So it needs HTTP handler. Okay, so it needs to return HTTP handler. And when it takes a function, on splatter. What is HTTP handler? Let's just scrap. Is this really? I feel like it has to be an easier way to do it. So let's look at the one of the example middlewares. So let's see what is a simple middleware. Something that sounds simple. This looks simple. Recover sounds simple. So what does it look like? Recover. So it takes next as a handler. Returns a handler. Oh, so it just wrap it, I guess. Yeah. It's gonna hit wrapping this thing. Handler func. It's like this. Oh, whatever. Okay, so what we want to do, and let's add a couple other things, which is context to queries, which is gonna take context and return internal models. It's gonna return models queries. And that's return now. Then we want queries context. And this is just gonna be and context queue model queries and context. So the way this works is right now we're only using use SQL model. Let's implement memory, right? And we're gonna do memory, new memory store. Okay, so now we need request with context. So we're going to update the request and inject new context, which is request context with so it's our, so it's going to be our context, sorry, maybe queries the context, our context, and takes this store in here, right? And then we're just going to do next HTTP handler. Right. So we bound it. Turn yes, so HTTP. There's no return. So okay, so this is the queries malware, which injects organization specific queries, yes, into the app. So any requests that I'm going to be making from the handlers are already going to be scoped to a particular organization. So many bots. Are you all bots? You all sound like bots to me. Who would pick a name like this? Another TV viewer. Okay, so this is good. Then I need to update these guys here. Type. Let's say queries middleware. It's here. And let's just define query queries middleware. Context key, not context. Queries key is going to be queries. Okay, so let's just do it like this. Here it's going to be values, queries key, and we're just going to map it to models queries. Right, that's good. And then here we want context, context with value, and where's malware is key. So these are just helper methods that will help me to just access to this data from the handler, so I don't have to like write all this stuff and know how to get to the data. Queries, right? This probably could be just made private because it's not going to be used by, well, no, let's make it, it might be useful to just do it in tests. If I could like stub it out. Okay, so this is fine right now. So if we go to controllers and we go to our objectives controller, let's go to new controller. This is our controller. I need to import the middlewares. I feel like I'm not a big fan that I need to do this import here, but maybe it's okay. Middlewares, context to queries, and it's going to be auto context. Right, so I have queries, right? And what I can do now is I can do queries, get all teams. Teams are users. Just ignore the error for now. I should handle it. Should handle it better, but for now it's okay, I think. So, okay, so now we have our context in here. There's two people. It's gonna be users, and teams are gonna be teams and checkpoints. Objectives. And I don't need this stuff. Users, models, teams, and it's objective. Okay. Oh, it needs context. Let's call this because I don't do any. So this is fine, right? Gives me the queries I can call the backend. And what I can do here is I can do Yes, this is fine. Let me implement something. So this is still working, right? It's just gonna give me what is going on here. Yeah, it's this nil stuff because it can be nil. It doesn't like nils. Should probably do some kind of check in the template so I don't have to deal with nils. Is there a way to check which places throwing here? It's not really. Interface is nil, not models queries. Oh, actually, I didn't hook up the middleware. So application, I need to hook up the middleware. So let's do the middlewares. Oh, here one router, route. I guess everything in here, right? So I'm doing a separate route here, so I can actually attach middleware only to these subroutes. And the reason for this is probably because I'm gonna have separate endpoints for like sign up and sign in, which will not use those queries because you can't attach organization to them, right? So there's gonna be some kind of separate set of queries for like sign up, I guess. Yeah, probably. It's like, I guess, unauthenticated store, data store. So use middleware. How do I know? This is not correct. How do I know what's in next? New. There's a function that takes in. Oh, that's what it's doing. I wrote it incorrect now. Maybe there's something wrong. So middleware is a function. And the function that takes next and returns HTTP handler. But this is just essentially functions here. Underneath this. Turns a function that takes, and then the bodies here, right? What's wrong with this? Oh, it needs to be handler. Handler function. And then this is the actual cannot convert function literal. Let me define it somehow. Oh, maybe I don't need this. Let's just do this. Cannot use. Oh, yeah. This, okay. This is a function. What am I doing here? That's what's doing. Function takes so this is a middleware factory, that's why. So this is good. Now new queries middleware is to do extract org ID from request. Yeah, it's probably not. It probably shouldn't be like this. It should be. You probably want to mount, I think. Or something like that. But we can leave it like this for now. I'm gonna figure this out later. So now if I restart this, it worked fine, right? Because it's set and it should have some themes in here. Maybe not. Are we bound actually? Objectives new. So let's see what we have here. So we have themes. Oh yes. Because I don't have anything in the memory store. How about I'm just gonna provide some stubs to start with. Models, memory. Stick users. And let's add something like this. Users, let's do teams. Let's do teams real quick. Teams. Team 1 2 objectives. Yeah, let's see, we don't have any objectives, so now let's add some objective. And let's just implement I think I need to restart this guy. Refresh. Bam, see teams. Well, these are using same values for now, but parent objectives, all of them are using same values. So let me fix this right now. Maybe my views objectives new This is gonna be interesting. Where's my templates? My template is here for teams. Let's go teams. People is fine. Objectives. Yep. So if we refresh, team, user, teams are gonna be teams now, and these are gonna be objectives. Yes, this is good. This is good. Yeah, I think this is a good start. So models and queries. I think there's more stuff in there, but whatever. I have some sample interface defined. Yes, have some interface defined here. That's what to do. So, okay, so create objective. What I need form validation, form errors. Yeah, so this is all I need. It's very basic, I think. Oh, I should also implement. I need to bring session flash storage. So I need to do this. That's another set of middlewares. I actually have them implemented already in this another project that I was working on. So I can just copy those over, and they're fairly like abstracted, so they don't rely on anything really. So that's good. So that is good. Yeah, but this is, I guess this page is kind of decent. Kind of decent looking. Of course, it does nothing right now, but the plan is to just implement this form. Probably like in the next stream. I'm thinking about taking a little break and have some food. Maybe I'll just leave it on.